Hi, it's Shanna. Welcome back to my channel. You know, some of the most simple pieces of jewelry that I make sell more often than anything else. And I think it's because the simpler the piece it is, the more people can incorporate it with their outfits. I'm going to show you how to make these really cute hoop earrings. They can be made in a circle or any other shape, but I'm going to show you how to make this teardrop hoop earring today. The standard jewelry tools we are going to use for this project are the same ones we use for just about any one of them. We need our wire cutters, needle nose pliers, chain nose pliers, a rubber mallet, a steel block, a hammer with a nice smooth finish on it, a ruler. We're going to need a file and something to wrap our earring around. I have this nice mandrel, but you can use like a container or something that's going to shape the earring into this nice little teardrop shape. The wire we're going to use is 20 gauge half hard wire. What that means is it's going to have a nice spring to it. If it's a dead soft wire, it's going to bend easily and not spring back. But for earrings, we want something that has some nice structure to it. So a nice half hard wire. So let's use this as a guide. I have this earring already made, and the length of it is about 1.5 inches long. This is going to be great for most people. If you desire to have it longer, then we can factor that into our measurements. But so you figure you need about double this length, so that would make it 3 inches, and then we need a little bit extra length for the top of our hoop and our ear wire. So we're going to cut a piece that is 3.5 inches long to get started. So cut 2 pieces, 3.5 inches long. Move some of these things out of my way. 3.5 inches times 2. And if you just use the one you just cut to measure the second one, then they'll be exactly the same size. Okay, this metal cutter here has a very specific way to use it. If you cut on this end, it'll flush cut so that you don't have any little sharp pieces sticking out. And we will end up filing the ends of these. Why don't we do that first before we even get started doing anything else? Just kind of file the end. I kind of turn my hand as I'm filing back and forth just to get a nice round tip on that. It's going to be super hard to see in the video, but you'll get the idea. You just don't want any sharp edges, especially when it's going into your ear. It needs to be filed very, very smooth. Okay, get the other one down here. This is a very simple earring to make, but it's just going to go with anything. And you can make them in all colors. They make perfect gifts. Okay, we have 2 pieces of wire here cut exactly the same length, and we want to make this beautiful teardrop shape. So if you have something that you can wrap it around, even if you used something like this and you used it just to wrap it around, that would be all you would really need. Okay, we're going to wrap this, and we want to overlap those ends. And it's just a very easy wrap around this tool. You want the other one to be identical. So really close here. All right. It's really close. If for any reason your curves are not as smooth as you'd want them to be, you can kind of work on them a little bit here or rewrap it on your tool. But this looks really good for now. I can always go back later and kind of reshape it. My hoop is a little bit smaller than my original, but that's the beauty of doing these. You can make it however you want every time. Okay, so what you need to do now is take your needle nose pliers and take the smallest end of that on one of the sides and turn it and make a hoop all the way around. See that? Nice. And then what I like to do is bend this up. Just make sure it's closed all the way around and kind of cinch it even if you need to, just to make sure that's nice and closed. Let's do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn this around at the smallest point on my pliers. I'm going to turn this up so that our hoop is kind of straight up and down, and just make sure that loop is closed really well. Looks good to me. Okay. All right, guys. When you're making an earring, you need to think about the size that's going into the ear. This measurement from the corner of this, the top of this side to where it goes into the hoop is approximately 8 millimeters. You can measure that. And yep, that's about right. Got about 8 millimeters. When you're making a stud earring, you want that stud part that goes into the ear to be a total length of 10 millimeters long, and then you're going to end up having an earring back on it, and it's going to take up some of that space. But when we're doing a hoop earring like this, the part that goes through the ear just needs to be between 7 to 8 millimeters or so long. So if you want to measure, we're going to make a bend at 10 millimeters. Why 10? Because we have this little piece that goes up. The total length from this bend to the end is about 10 millimeters. And we need this piece to go up because that's our little lock. Once you have it in the ear, through that hoop, it locks it where it's not going to come out easily. Okay, so let's make a bend at 10 millimeters. And it is best to measure as you're starting out because you want this to be a perfect measurement every time. Looks good. We're going to modify the shape of this just a little bit because we want the part that goes in the ear to be slightly higher than where that hoop is, and I'll show you a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make another bend at 10 millimeters. Measured, and I want to bend it straight over towards that hoop. Okay. All right, I've kind of tweaked our little hoops out of place here, but that's okay. We can put it right back on our mandrel in that same spot we wanted it to be. And now our goal at this point is just to make sure that that ear wire, the corner of this, sets slightly above where that hoop sits. We have to make it so it's going to lock. So you might have to pull one side up slightly bigger. Okay, that looks really good to me. And I'm going to try to make that exactly the same on the other side. Sometimes it's nice to even take that rubber mallet around the round thing that you're shaping it with. So look at this. This looks really good. This corner, it's about the same height as the very top of that hoop, and that's about perfect. And then it's going to extend slightly past it. But then, and this one is pretty much identical. So then we're going to take about 2 millimeters of this on the end, and we're just going to make a bend upwards. Now when we stick it through that hoop, it locks into place. It's not going to easily open up. Take 2 millimeters on this end, bend it up. Now we don't want it to be up, straight up and down. We want it to be out enough where we can still get it into that hole easily, but then it's going to lock into place. And that is our hoop earrings here. But if you want to go an extra step and make these really professional looking, this is what I really recommend you do. So if you take the curve of this and hammer all the way around, What that does for us is gives us a nice reflective finish on the bottom, and it strengthens it. It makes it even more firm. It makes it where it's not going to easily bend back out and be misshaped. So this helps it keep its forever shape, the way that we intended it to look. And do the other one on the opposite side. And we have our hoop earrings. And now to wear it, you can either just kind of turn it to the side to put it in the ear, and then put this hoop back together and put that ear wire back through the hoop. And if you feel like you need it to be locked into place a little bit more than what it is, you can do a couple of things. You can raise this ear wire up slightly like this, so that when it goes in, it really locks it into place. Or if you need to put the tip of this up slightly higher, you can do that as well. I hope you have fun making these. Make some in every color, and your friends will love you for it. Well, thanks for joining me today on this tutorial, and we'll see you next time.